We have to start running because when Dino Babers stepped into the head coaching role in 2016, the program was essentially a runaway train headed off the tracks. Balancing puck in class is still part of the job description for Scott. He's got to finish up his courses at McGill to get his degree, but it's those brains that his coaches say make him ready for the pros. Now, if you want to know how big 7'4" really is, well, these boxes in front of me are 1.5 feet tall. I'm 5'7", and I'm still a little bit shorter than Naheem McLeod. Tying run at the plate, Lourdes Escorial Jr., 5-4-3 for 2, 1-0 series lead for the Phillies. Watch here, Cutto Schreinermacher is hanging right by the net. Off this pass here, you watch Pika Vandepas at the top, goes straight through, and Schreinermacher is right there on the doorstep. I think you're right, Ian. This was the best that we've seen from Judah Mintz. He scored more points. He dropped 33 against LSU about 3 months ago at the beginning of the season, but this was more about what he didn't do. He didn't hog the ball. He didn't take contested shots. He didn't play hero ball. SU Athletics announced Tuesday morning that forward Benny Williams has been dismissed from the team. Last season, he started all besides 8 games. This year, Williams began every game on the bench. When the 4-star recruit skipped a big game last season against number 11 Virginia, questions swirled about his standing back then, over a year ago. That led to this interaction between Jim Boeheim and our reporter Sam Corcoran.
Coach, what's the status on Benny Williams?
Is that your question? That's the most important question you have?
He was not in the court today.
Is that your most important question here?
I'm just curious. He wasn't on the court today.
I will answer it.
Fenway Park provided for a loud introduction to the new ACC. What felt like a home game for victorious Boston College turned into a rude welcoming party for SMU. The Mustangs are set to join teams like Syracuse, Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, and yes, BC in the ACC in 2024. It's not just the music and the noise that makes it a different feeling.
We're going to have quality depth to make it through a full season, and I think that's going to be the biggest adjustment. The accomplishments of this team this year aren't diminished. It's a really good football team. Super proud of them. Won a championship, did a lot of really good things.
Even after a loss at rainy Fenway Park, SMU felt confident about its future in the ACC, but in front of the intimidating green monster BC, the victors in the contest weren't scared either.
They're a good team. I mean, I have a ton of respect for everything that they've done this year. They're ranked as high as 17 in some of the polls. Cal coming in and Stanford coming in. It'll be different, but we'll do our thing and focus on ourselves this offseason.
We know what it's going to take because it's not just a one-game deal when you're in a league like the ACC. It's the week in, week out.
Teams take it game by game, week by week, and this week the Eagles earned their wings. From the last step before the new look for college football takes hold, and at Fenway Park in Boston, I'm Jesse Cook, CitrusTV.
You're part of the show,
Lauren Hutchings isn't just a part of the show at Colgate ice hockey games.
He's just doing the stuff behind the scenes that, no one really sees. My parents come to all the games, and so my parents have a conversation with him, after every game.
Lauren's son Justin says he's especially proud of how his dad found something he loves.
It's kind of just showing his hard work and just never kind of giving up.
You need a certification to operate a Zamboni machine. Otherwise, I'd be hopping right in the driver's seat. You need more than just a piece of paper to be Lauren, though. In fact, you need to be more than just a groundskeeper. To be Lauren, you need to be a fashion expert.
I was in Walmart, and there's a guy with a black, kind of like a top hat. And I'm like, God, I already got that.
There was no consulting with anybody. I think he just went out and did it.
I was very surprised the first time I saw it. They're so funny. I don't know where they came from, but he pulls it off every time. There's always something new, and I know that all the girls in our team love it. But it just brings a lot of smiles and laughter to the rink.
The crowd really gets excited and into the game, where a lot of times it's like a weight. Plus, I was thinking about retiring next month soon, and I don't know if I can now.
Every piece matters on the way to success. While the women's team chases its 4th consecutive conference title, for Lauren, the wins come every game.
Feels like you actually did something, like you scored the big shot or something, It's just, it makes you feel good, you know. It's just that it makes you have a sense of worth.
In Hamilton, New York, Jesse Cook, Citrus TV.
Feed in front and another score. Owen Hiltz back on the board. He opened up the scoring early on in this one, and now he's back. Syracuse fittingly back to a 5-goal lead after Hiltz's opening goal started a 5-goal run.
Yeah, almost identical to that first goal too. Hiltz with the cut and then the nice finish there. That's not just a classic finish. He kind of moves his stick over to get it past the goalie in Lacombe. He doesn't just catch and shoot. That's a really nice finish. A lot better than it initially looks.
Joey Spallina had the assist on Hiltz's goal. That's 7 points in back-to-back games for Joey Spallina, the first time in his career. So double 7 for Spallina, double 7 on the goal in Owen Hiltz. And Mason Cohen fast out of the draw again. Hiltz tries for another. Oh, he got it! A hat trick. 2 goals just like that. Cardiac Cuse causing a heart attack on the Colgate side. Owen Hiltz with a rip. Mason Cohen fresh off the draw with the assist.
It's all because of Mason Cohen, the D3 face-off player of the year at Tufts last season. He didn't play lacrosse for 2 straight years, was a hockey-only player for the Jumbos, then switched back to lacrosse, dominated at the D3 level, and has just been having his way here at Syracuse. And what makes him so good, what makes him special, is that he can pass just as good as your non-Fogos.
Turned it up from D3 play at Tufts. Tried to find Hiltz in that same spot, but the pass was just a little bit too high. Hiltz scored those goals within 6 seconds of each other.
The second time today Syracuse has had 2 under 10 seconds.
That's right. The end of that 5-0 run to open up the game was 2 goals in 8 seconds.
And that's just what the Orange did not have last year. It's that ability to strike multiple times within a short period of time, to make it a 4-goal to a 6-goal game. I mean, these are 2 entirely different ball games here. It's just what a start to this quarter it's been for Syracuse.
Colgate has yet to score in the 3rd quarter after leading the 2nd quarter. Will Mark steps out of his crease for that. Hangs around in the goalie's circle, but that was assertive play between the pipes, or rather, jumping out from between the pipes. Hoddle races up the near side. There was an open net for Hiltz for a moment there. Joey Spallina misses wide. Weirdly enough, Spallina has been scoreless as far as goals since the first half. Seems like he's the biggest fire starter for Syracuse. 3 goals, 4 assists in back-to-back games.
Yeah, just 3 goals on 9 shots for Spallina. He's just struggling to find the cage. A lot of his shots missing wide.
The Orange move around the far side. Shot from up top. Angled out the end line. Luke Roa had the attempt there. He's searching for his first goal of the game.
Yeah, he's had a really quiet day so far. Had the hat trick in the opener. I love Luke Roa's game. I think that he has a potential to be one of the best midfielders in the country. Just kind of a slow start today, though.
Max Yates with the ground ball pickup. Long stick midfielder. We've seen him try his hand at offense a little bit in this game, but there he comes up strong in his natural habitat. Donnie Tedesco with the ball. Colgate moving around, but that just escapes Griffin Walker. Recorded his first career point with a goal in the first half. There you go, Rory Connor has his hat trick. Colgate nabs its first goal of the second half and closes the gap back to 5.
That's how you bounce back after a Syracuse run. I mean, just how about that shot? Perfect placement on the right pipe.
So Colgate answers back, but Syracuse still leads by 5. Keep it tuned in to ACC Network Extra.
8:40 to go in the middle frame, 2-1 Penguins. Crunch taken in the attacking zone. Ilya Usov drops it back in the near side corner for Jack Finley. 4th line center man out there, throws it over right circle, wrist shot off the post. Rebound, Wolfer's shot, hits off a body. Syracuse comes inches away from tying the game from a bad angle, and the rebound with an open net was blocked. Shot from the right point, caught up in a few bodies again. Wilkes-Barre Scranton clears out to center ice. The puck trickles out, and Tyson Feist chases it down on the end boards. Hangs onto it, sends it out to center ice, and Dmitry Samarukov has it for the Penguins. 8 minutes to go in the second period, 2-1 Pens. Syracuse moves right to left through the neutral zone. Gage Gonsalves picks up at the near side blue line on his own side of the ice. Rybus Onsens shakes off a stick to the teeth. Gets back out there. Syracuse takes it. Scott Walford with the puck. First pro game came up from McGill. He's known head coach Joel Bouchard since he was 16 years old, playing in the juniors. Crunch move across the neutral zone right to left. Gage Gonsalves at the left point throws it behind the net for Walteri Morella. Turns around on the puck in the trapezoid. 7.5 to go in the second period. 2-1 Pens. Crunch with it in the high slot. Phil Myers, he had the assist on the lone Crunch goal earlier this period. His pass ticks off a Wilkes-Barre Scranton jersey. Pens move left to right. Taylor Fadoon tosses it into the attacking zone, but right at Devontae Stevens for the Crunch. Stevens opened up the home season for the Crunch, scoring the first goal in that home opener back in October. Crunch with the puck on the far side boards. Stevens moves it ahead. 7 minutes to go in the middle frame. 2-1 Penguins. Felix Robert with the puck behind the net. He has the lone goal for the Crunch. Moved out right circle, high slot. Myers, he shoots, he scores! A 2-for-1 period for Phil Myers. Assist on the first goal, and he ties up the game again with a rifle from the high slot. The veteran has played more than 400 NHL games, more than 200 in the AHL, and he takes every opportunity he can. 2-2 the score, 6:51 to go in the second period. Fourth goal on the year for Myers. He heads to the bench, a new line out there for the Crunch. Center ice draw goes away as Syracuse. Max Groshev jumped over the center ice line to grab it. Right to left go the Crunch. Vinny Hinostroza, another former NHL player, longtime veteran with the Blackhawks, takes it, moving left to right. Phil Myers took that puck in the high slot and wasted no time. There was a fray behind Cage, and it popped out to him. Syracuse with the puck, moving right to left. Toss it into the neutral zone. Gabe Fortier tracks down the puck, but he's behind the play. Ryan Shea hangs on to it. Mentioned earlier that he went to Northeastern, won a Hockey East championship there, 2019. They're playing for another one against BU this weekend. Syracuse with it on the far side boards, crosses into the neutral zone right to left. 6 minutes to go in the second period, tied up 2-2. Declan Carlisle tosses it to Groshev on the near side boards at the left hash marks. Backhands it on his left side to Devontae Stevens at the point. Phil Myers again, outer rim of the right circle, wrist shot, paddled away. Blomqvist got his left pad on it. Crunch with it in the slot, tipped away from Devontae Stevens. Tristan Allard recollects for the Crunch and sends it behind the net. Phil Myers the first one there. Goal and an assist in this period for the veteran. Myers spins around, taps the puck up into the netting above the glass, tried to force it to Tristan Allard, but there was a Wilkes-Barre Scranton stick in the way. That buzzer means it's time for an official timeout. Syracuse Crunch hockey carrying on ESPN Radio in a tie game. I looked through some old pictures, some old athletic photos. You've got long hair now, but what happened to the mullet?
Yeah, the mullet. I mean, it's kind of here. I still got it. It's actually a tradition that we do at Elkhorn, my high school. The seniors on the football team always get kind of a crazy haircut when the playoffs start, so that was my go-to choice. But kind of starting to bring it back this summer. Definitely not as impressive as the one in high school was.
Not yet.
Not yet, yes.
It's Coach Autry, Jesse Cook, CitrusTV basketball preview show. So now as the head coach, has your relationship with the players on a personal level changed at all?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You know, I was the guy that they used to share their complaints to. Now I'm the guy they're complaining about. So, but no, we spend a lot of time together with our players. Obviously, they do change. My role changed, but I think they've all strengthened. I think our communication's been really good.
And you said this a couple times. Now that you're the head coach, elephant in the room, the 2-3 zone. Is it something you use a lot, a little, or not at all?
I'm going to use the 2-3 zone.